How about you, Sideburns? What's going on over here?
Doing what I do best, making the mess out of a box. It has actually been a month since I've been here. It was over the Christmas holidays. So as everyone knows, time gets away from you fast. So where I left off, we had the head off. We have the engine basically down. We have some more parts on order. I painted this. I like it. And then my paint can blew up. So I got to go get another one. Unfortunately, right now, paint is like 25 bucks a can. So I got to make sure the mortgage and everything is paid first before I do that. But what I am going to do is, because we have this cylinder was our problem one, right? And the other ones are very glazed. So what I did get was one of these, a ball hone, also called a dingleberry hone if you're that type. And what I'm going to do is be careful because this pointy end, right? I am going to do it with the piston in, but I'm going to see if I can get some of the surface rust off of there. This is just a quick resurface to see if we can do it. For the investment in it, if it's a good investment in our engine, these are 100 bucks, which by no means is cheap, but if they do their job for the $100, it is cheap. So what I'm going to use is actually the Lucas engine building assembly lube. That's it. Can never have enough lube. I'm just gonna absolutely cover this because it is, I got the 320 grit. 240 apparently is the way to go. I'm a little gun shy. Like I said, we're resurfacing, we're not rebuilding. I'm throwing some of the assembly lube on here too. So now what we do is we coax it in here nicely. We say warming things and nice thoughts. There we go. And then we just go. We may need to use a thinner lube. I may have gone too thick, but that's okay. Oh, camera down. Did pretty good on this one. It's up right now because I'm going to do the next piston. I'm going to do this one on camera. This one still has some staining in the cylinder wall from where the water rested. I'm hoping that that'll just kind of burn off as it goes away, but it's not protruding or anything, so I'm not super concerned. But if you look in here, you can see how the piston just kind of looks shiny. So with age and whatnot, the piston literally polishes the bore and it's glazed. So all I'm gonna do is, total amateur here, folks. I'm not an engine builder. I'm nothing like that. This is just me doing stuff. Take our hone with our lube. In. There we go. Alright, and so we'll just take it, wipe it down with our cloth, and now you can see it basically just has like etching lines in it. It could be better. This is a little more round than cross-hatched. I'll go after this a little more, I think, to get the pattern, but that's sort of the idea. My problem is I'm going too slow. I've got to go faster to get it down and up and down and up instead of just around and around and around. Yeah, you can see how it already cross hatches better. So I go. There we go. We got a better cross hatch in there now. But like I said, these just need a little tiny bit of deglaze. There you go. You can see where it's crossing. Especially in there, it's good. And that will help make our piston sit a little better and run a little better. So I already did the front. This one, like I said, has staining. We'll get back to that one. And I go over it a few more times. And now I've just got to see if I can fit in this back one with these heater lines in the way, but I should be able to. Like I said, this is by no means a rebuild. Whether or not this engine could use a rebuild, I don't know. It's not in my plan to do it. Like I said, we're just getting this running for a friend. But I thought while we're this far in, we might as well give it a little more of a chance to actually pop off and go right. Those are the manifolds off the engine. These are the manifold bolts that are stuck in the manifolds. I'm going to make a valiant attempt at actually getting these to come off. I don't know if I'll make it or not, but we're gonna fill them with weld and see what we can do. Look at how nice this setup is. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna try to get these ones off. There's nothing wrong with them, especially for being as old as they are. They're thick, they're good. It's just getting these out. Worst case scenario, I may have to drill and top new holes. This one is easy because it goes right through, so I can do anything with that. But I think that's the only one out of three. See, Camera in. How much is left on that stud? Even if there was thread, it's so eroded where the pipe sat for all those years that you're just asking for failure on it eventually. So if we can get them out and just replace the studs, that is best case scenario. If we don't, then hey, we'll work on the next bit. Gonna try to get these off first, see what happens. Brace for impact. Get it? Brace for impact. Oh, it rounded it off. Joy of joys. And it's just doing it more. All right, well, I think that's probably what was happening with this side, and that's why it's like that. Oh, let's go for the old Springfield tappa 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 and see what happens here. Nope, look at that. Is that a brass nut? Oh, good Lord. It was a brass nut. Not anymore. Okay, so super quick, all I did was, since they're brass, it's super easy. All I did was notch it there, and then literally just pounded it off with a screwdriver and a punch, a punch and a small hammer. Just kind of hard to do end film. So that's how I did it. I'm gonna do it to this side now, and then we'll hopefully get that one off and do the same to the other. I'm gonna do something a little out of character here. I'm gonna try to do this right. So this has been cleaned off. She may have an exhaust leak, we don't know yet. I put this washer on because this is so thin. What I'm gonna do is try to rebuild part of this here. And then this is gonna go up here. I'm gonna get it as close to the top as possible. And I'm just gonna fill this whole thing with weld. Try to ease it out. Obviously this should be heated, but we'll do that once we get it over in the vise and the weld is cooled down. We have our stuff weldered. Can't find my striker to get the propane torch going, so we're just gonna kind of raw dog this until it just inevitably breaks off anyway and we have to drill these out. Okay, gently. Gently. I hear the welds breaking. Oh. What if I gave it a little tappa 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 to just for the shock value of it all. Nothing hard, just a little. Whoop. So far, that's not really doing anything. At what point does it just move and I smash my elbow off everything? We just go the route we know it's gonna break. Let's just go the route we know it's gonna break. Yeah, I broke my weld. I'm gonna see if I can start to get these carriage bolts out that are very in there, but should be able to. It's gonna be a lot of pounding, but...
Yeah, you don't want to drill them out, you want to just knock them. Did you knock this one out?
No, I've knocked none of them out.
Oh,
yet.
that one's not there.
No, it's drilled through.
Oh, it is drilled
So what
out?
happened was they drilled through them and then was just planning on putting bolts through the...
Oh, and you want to get...
I'm getting them out. So
You're getting like the actual...
Yeah, see, this was the plan here. And I don't know why it's a carriage bolt, but it is. But the plan apparently was to just... Anyway.
So you want to knock them out so they're full on holes then?
Yeah, these ones are going to have to get from this side somehow.
Get the old chisel out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's going to be the end of the paint on there, but I mean, it's already rusting.
And also a part showed up, did it not?
The gaskets.
Part? Oh,
the front fender extensions. So that'll be nice to get those on. This is which side? This side, I guess? Yeah.
Nope, that's passenger side. Flip
it goes like this. Right. So they'll line up there nicely.
I'm gonna try to get the fuse panel mounted today. There's the hole for where the old wiring came out. So I'm gonna tackle ripping out what wiring there is in here that remains from the old 6-volt system. And then I'll start looking at a place to mount the other one. So what's left of the wiring is now out from under the dash. All 6-volt stuff, some switches and things. I have no idea what some of this went to. I mean, it's pretty simple system. I'm just going to get things cleaned up and then we'll go take a look at our next wiring. How about you, Sideburns? What's going on over here?
Doing what I do best, making the mess out of a box.
No, it's just getting these rivet weldy things out.
How we got left on this side? 2?
One. This should be it. This one.
No,
is
there's
just
one over there too.
The head.
There's the drilled through one over there.
Yeah, there's 2
and the
drilled
through. Oh, those you're not counting those.
But there's just this one.
Oh, you're just gonna grind those down.
Yeah, I'll just have to pop those off.
So that one's fighting you though.
Yeah, this one is a little bit. It's coming, but it's pushing the box in pretty good. Because I'd rather have something chewed up that looked like this than drilled through a old rivet head. Because this, you see this.
Well, there's no getting around it, right? That's the problem, which is one of the...
Yeah, but I mean, we can clean this up.
That's what I mean. There's no getting around the head, like the remaining lump.
Yeah. So
That's
that
when
would
you've got
just
it. It's got to go.
terrible. That's not good.
What we ended up picking up was a pretty simple, straightforward fuse box. We didn't need a whole bunch of different connections because the truck is super simple as far as its requirements. Not putting a big stereo in it, not changing the engine up. Now, the only unfortunate thing is I'm okay with wiring, but sometimes it's nice to have some instructions. As you can see, this did not come with any instructions in the box. But you know what? I've done enough of it that I'll figure it out. I just like to have it as a bit of a safety net. So right now, the biggest thing is figuring out how I'm going to mount this guy inside because it can't be a direct mount. I want to put it in right around here. That way we're close to the exit for the engine compartment, and also I've got a good space to run things down to the back for the taillight.
She ain't pretty, but it's done. Both sides are completely finished. All the rivet heads are off. All the old bolts are out. This just flaked off. This is a big rust spot here.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's just all blasted out.
We're on to the next. What is my next? I know one thing that's... Success! One thing that's driving me nuts are these, and I'm gonna do them today just because they're driving me nuts. It's the door strikers. They got painted blue.
The bracket is all finished. Got the fuse box mocked up on here, so because the wires are so stiff in this section, I had to bring this up a little bit, so I made some spacers here that bring it off of the face. So now it's just a matter of getting a little bit of insulation cut off of the firewall and then mounting this guy up and seeing how it sits. Tim, what have you been doing?
Hello. I am finding homes for wayward bolts. Seems as though there's many of those. There's a lot missing. There's a bunch of bolts missing out of the bell housing and the transmission. I got to figure out how to get the clutch hooked back up. The transmission mount is missing. The bolts holding the shifter to the transmission was missing, although I might pop that out now anyway and see how much oil's in there. What else? Really, really that's all. A couple things. Checked out the brakes. Oh, hey, this isn't attached. Pulled some of the dash stuff apart to clean it up. There's a knob for the vent. Trying to pick out the old vent rubber because it was all missing anyway. Look at how smooth that opens now. But it's just hard as anything, right?
Well, it's
And then I gotta
70
go.
years old?
Yeah. Then I gotta go through with a pick and clean out the lip. After that. And then we party. Where'd that go? Is that in the charger? I think that's in the charger.
I think so.
All right.
Might be a little bit difficult to see with the light shining the way it is, but we've got the bracket and the fuse box mounted onto the firewall here. Now it's just a matter of figuring out exactly which wires go where. It is labeled. It's just not labeled as clearly as some kits I've seen in the past, but it's not like we're dealing with a lot of wires here. Anyway, so that's going to be my next step, but I'm quite happy with this. Just cut that little bit of insulation and stuff like that away. Like Tim said, what was it that you... What was it that you called that?
Oh, good for mouse houses.
Yep. So the more of that straw type stuff has gone, the better, I guess. And we haven't removed it all, so it's not like you get a bunch of heat from the engine in any way. So I'm off to get this all figured out.
And I would like to borrow your light. Thank you.
Ooh, spooky.